on a ghost account on this app called Nerve. And the people who play in it are like, they earn money by doing dares, right? And the dares get more and more serious as entertainment until the final dare is someone to unalive someone else, right? Now, before that dare takes place, someone hacks the system and everyone's actual identities are shown. Funny enough, everyone deletes the app. Now, take that context, right? And that right now you have all these people on ghost accounts, on fake accounts, in people's lives, egging things on, manipulating conversations, making these creators react in certain ways, putting these FYP tiny little clips up of a 6-hour live, a 30-second clip. All this all works up, right? And at some point, it's going to boil. And there's only one way this ends. There is only one way you can see this ending, right? And that's not just with that. It's slow. And what will happen, right, is when that does happen, right, and all these creators go, it had nothing to do with me, it fucking did. It did, right? Because I'm not just saying Zach, I'm not saying Zach as that far along or whatever, I'm not saying, but in general, it's getting to the point now where people are going, where's the entertainment? Well, right now is going to be entertaining. FYP shows are meant to be entertaining.
Like, it's no longer, like, it's no longer funny when somebody's at their breaking point.
No, it's not funny. It's not funny.
And like Sandra's just said, yeah, but Zach did this. Zach spoke on Red's Grant. Yeah, everyone's done wrong. I'm not saying they haven't. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying anybody is. Everyone's messed up.
But there has to be a stopping point, and someone has to be adult enough to be like,
exactly.
Hey, can we just chill?
Now, you've all got to, I say you, I don't mean you guys, but I mean all the creators have got to get to a point now where you think, enough's enough, like radio silence. And that's the only reason I'll pick up Ange, is she actually did say this morning, when everyone does their FYPs this afternoon, just don't speak on him because he's in a hard place.
No, something just me. It's not even about that. It's not even about go do something. Oh, it's not even that, right? All you got to do is go, look, no something, Zach. I don't like you. I don't like you as a person. I don't, guess what? I'm never going to speak on you again. Even as an FYP, I'm not going to give you a platform. Done.
Then people are never going to like each other, and that's good.
Don't speak about them. Because, and when they go, oh, it's FYP, well, it's not, because you're basically picking videos anyway. So it's not FYP because
it's your opinion.
It's your opinion, so you're not showing.
And opinions are not facts. Opinions are opinions.
No.
And it's selective. Obviously, you're going to play certain videos of you're going to protect your friends. I understand all that. And there's, I don't know, with this, like the Click, the Hive, the what's Lucy Angie's group called, whatever they are. You know, there's the separate little communities who are the cult. That's the one. But I'm just talking as a nobody watching all of you. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, and it is, right? And the thing is, right, is that if Zach carries on, right? But guess what? All these FYPs can go, do you know something, Zach? We're done. I don't want to talk about you. Done, but they don't do that because they know that Zach brings them views. Zach brings them what they think is entertainment. And they just can't be a bigger person. Goes, you know something.
And they've all been beating a dead horse for 4 years.
Yeah,
the horse has been dead for 4 years, and we're still beating
Sam
it.
just said, they all dislike him, but who is the one person they are all talking about on there?
Because they know brings them views and content and money.
Was bringing people in, talking about Zach.
So it's going to end up, honestly, like, it doesn't take a brain cell to see how this might end.
This is what I was saying. I think I said it yesterday, right? The FYP shows, this is the problem with them, right? Without the drama, they don't thrive. So
because all of them have zero personality.
They will never be let go because if it was all fucking happiness and rainbows, they wouldn't have the views. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
But Gracie, before the FYP shows, hello my darling, by the way, before the FYP shows, yeah, people fell out and there was issues, etc., but it never went on. Not only for days, not only for weeks, this is going on for years. And it's going on to the point where they can see someone is broken and damaged and they just keep going and going and going. Now, if someone like unalives because of someone's actions, it is a criminal offence. These people will go to prison because of what they've done.
My worry
is people that are in the comments, these people that are in the comments that are sort of like goading and carrying on and saying, oh, have you heard this? Have you heard this? they are parents. They're like, they've got family members, and these people are setting role models and being there for their children and saying, no, it's okay to behave like this, you know, we can do it, so you go
The way
ahead,
I
kids.
think is, where does it stop? Where does this stop now?
That's it,
one
yeah,
person goes lower, then the next FYP or the next creator has to go lower again. Where does it stop?
And then it's eventually
Everyone's
drug
comparing
into
each
hell,
other.
which is where it's at right now. And
It
it's
will
like, where
never
do you
stop.
go when
And,
it's in
and
hell?
if someone ends up unaliving because of this,
Who's to
they
blame?
will sit there and cry and say, "Oh, it's not my fault.
But, like, I never
didn't
meant
know
for
it was
this to
going to go
happen."
this far." They are going to play victim mentality because
Exactly.
that's all people want to be. They want to be the victim of a situation. And they can't own up to their own mistakes. Nobody is perfect in any of these scenarios. They've all done really crappy things to each other. No one's perfect. Yet they keep going because they have to be the victim. They have to be the one that is like perfect. There is no scenario where them photos that were shared of Zach are acceptable. It doesn't matter whether them photos were recent photos at the time or whether they were old photos.
I
They
understand.
should have never
People
ever
trying
been
to-
shared.
have
If
got
it's a private
loyalty-
conversation, it stays private. At
People's
that
got
point,
loyalties to their actual friends. I get that, but lines are being crossed everywhere, and it's disturbing to watch. Not to mention the people that are being triggered with this, and I don't think the likes of Luke and people like that are taking this into account. People
Right,
are being
look, just
The
on
thing
this
is,
quickly,
they're
just on
all,
this, yeah.
they're all suffering. They're all
Yeah.
suffering.
Yeah.
None of them are happy.
They just want to score points against each other now. It's gone beyond just TikTok drama.
But they're all losers.
They all just want to get one up on each other.
The issue is, right now, right, right now, they're adults,
Nobody
yeah?
is winning here. There's no
Yeah,
winner.
no one's winning.
Nobody is winning.
Suffering.
No
Everyone
one is winning.
loses.
And what's going to happen,
People
right?
in the
Yeah.
but
chat.
he has 3,000 views. Like,
You just mention
Who
views all the
cares?
time. Like, look,
Who cares?
Right, I've just seen a few comments here saying Zach says things well. Zach does say things as well, right? But guess what? It doesn't take half a fucking man or half a woman to go, do you know something? I can't be. I'm not going to respond, Zach. I can't be arsed. But they do. They want to respond. I'm
but if you
defending
keep
myself.
going at me, I'm keep
defending
going at
myself.
you. If
Well,
I'm getting
okay.
hit by 3 different angles, I'm gonna hit you back.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him for that, and especially the way his mentality is at the minute. We'd all respond. It's a knee-jerk reaction, isn't it? We'd all respond. and wanna
Even if I
laugh,
was
okay?
in like the best mindset ever, if you hit me from 3 different angles constantly for 4 years, I'm hitting back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to hit back at you.
But my worry is, where does it stop? Because that, and that is the only time you will ever hear me say, Delusive Ange, I will take my hat off to her today, because she was the one, before Luke went live, who said to everybody, I think she muted because she got a phone call about him. And she said nothing. She said, I'm not going to say he's in hospital or anything. I just had a phone call though telling me he's in a really bad place. So can you all please, when you go live or do your FYPs, unless he comes live himself, please don't talk about him. And I did take my hat off to her for that, because he's not perfect. We all know that.
I mean, nobody's perfect. We all have shit in our closet. We all have skeletons. Everybody on this
When
app,
you're
any
at your
human has
lowest
a
of the
skeleton.
low, the last thing you need is the likes of Luke or anyone firing up a live with 3,000 plus people dragging you back through it. Just leave the lad alone for a while. And
But if you drag me through it, then you get attacked.
you can
And then they would be like,
respond.
oh, well, I didn't say anything. Well, actually, you did.
Yeah.
Whether
You
it's
can
intentional
respond.
or unintentional, the fact that you base your entire platform off of bringing someone else down shows what kind of person
And
you
do
are.
you know what, Patrick? Another thing that annoyed me in Angie's live this morning was, I can't remember what his name was, but he was in a box. And he was basically, Angie was playing a recording from last night, and he was saying, no, he did say it about children. She played it 3 times, and he still tried to say, no, play it again. He did say it. And then he had to backpedal then and say, oh, actually, I might have got it wrong. It's slandering him like that is not what he needs. Like, hungry guy, that was it. If you watch a recording back, he basically, he was in Angie's box and he was basically saying, play it again, play it again. He did say it. But then when Ange played it in full, he didn't say that. I watched Zach live last night. All he said is, because all his comments were saying, basically like, get over it, what's happened to him. And all he said was, God help you basically if you tell that to your son if he comes home and he's been...
Yeah.
You tell that to your uncle, to your brother,
Like-
to your dad. If
Grace knows me better than probably anybody else in the
and
entire
that's
planet.
all he was saying.
And if she ever came out with the shit that I've told her private, or that like our small, very tiny friend group knows, and then people attack
So
me saying
dangerous.
it's not true, or it's invalid, or you deserved it, like I would be put into I would be put in the same box. Like you
Yeah.
can't have 1,000 people gang up against you and you not want to just lash back out.
Yeah, we'd all do it. It's human nature. But that fella in Angie's box this morning was bloody dangerous. And I did try and get in Angie's box to tell him, because he was convinced, because he just doesn't like Zach. And then he was bringing up the money he owes to Sophie and all this. I'm like, what's that got to do with it? We're talking about, you're saying that Zach spoke on, and his words were that he said Zach the night before had said, I hope your grandson gets, But he didn't. Angie played that recording 3 times. He never said that. He said, because his comments were saying, oh, basically get over it. He was saying, God, you tell that to them. If they come home one day, if your son comes home, if your brother comes home, if your uncle, dad.
And he
comes
always
home and
added
is
on
right.
last night. He was like, if you're a grown adult children
Yeah.
ever, he's
That
like,
was
I'm not talking about
twisted.
adolescents, but grown adult children ever come home saying this, I
Yeah.
hope.
You go tell them to get over it. It was basically what Zach was trying to get across.
But he
Well-
never once said that a minor should go through what he went through. He always said, if your grown adult children ever come home saying that this happened to them,
Anybody, basically. That's all he was saying. And that, whoever was in Angie's box, sorry guys, I know you said in the comments, but I'm hungry guy, yeah. He was trying to twist it to turn everyone against Zach. But she played the video 3 times. He never said that, not once. Not once. He had people coming at it in his comments going, oh, dry your tears and all that. I was in there.
I got hungry guy out, guys, chill.
And that's the one thing I would say about Ange. She stood up to him, played the message 3 times, and Ange did actually say, you're wrong. And she stood up for Zach in that respect. I know her and Zach have a to and fro, but she did actually have his back on that. And it's the one time I'll ever say that about that woman, but she did have his back.
I mean, I am quite hungry too, Alex.
I'm starving.
Starving me, and I can finally cook because my cast is off of my broken arm.